figures making a video and the camera shuts off automatically. He does that a lot, you know. And, I think it's I had too many. Sometimes I forget to really erase videos and pictures on this piece of shit. But yeah, I don't know if you watched the other thing I just posted. Where I left off. Yeah, so I went to work for my uncles, and I've always expected, up until like 13, I always thought, man, working is gonna suck, going to work. And I've always worked since I was a little kid, but it just wasn't at like a job or anything. I always just worked here. I was always told my dad was a manipulator, so he would make it sound like this is a walk in the park, working here, splitting wood for a Saturday compared to going to work in the real world. He did that. Made it sound like, because it made him look like a hero or something. I don't know, like, man, my dad's so tough. He actually goes to work all day, and that's like, and if this is hard, working's got to be like horrible. And I mean, construction was rough. I remember going up on bridge decks when I was a little kid. My grandfather would bring me over to a bridge deck my dad was on when it was like July. And I mean, when it's so hot, it hurts to breathe outside. And we'd go up on the bridge deck, see my dad, no shade. And I mean, but when you start working, when you start getting out there in the elements and stuff, you get used to it. It's not too bad. So I started working for my uncle at like 13, 14. And I remember the first week, he gave me my check, and it was like 300 and something bucks, something like that. And I was just like, I couldn't fucking believe it. Like, how the hell I've never held that much money in my life on my own, except for I think the most I ever had before that point was one Christmas. One Christmas as we started getting older, when the parent, like the aunt, we used to have Christmas over here, and all my aunts and uncles. My mom came from a big family, and my dad had a big family. And they, instead of getting us all presents, this is when we went from presents, as kids get older, you give them money, I even told that my mom gives my niece still a present, and it's like, come on, give her fucking money. That's what the kid needs, money. Why are you gonna give her a present, And that's how I feel. If you want to give something to a kid, give him money, And but yeah, ever since then, I've always had dirt bikes, quads, whatever I wanted, and nobody could tell me when I could use it and couldn't. All right, like I was saying, my cousins and them had quads and dirt bikes, but they had these rules. Like, I'd be like, let's go take. Oh, I can't. Dad's not home. Like, what the fuck does, like, that never made sense to me. Of course, I was raised different, too, where, like, my dad wasn't, like, my dad would have, back then, I was already out here running a fucking chainsaw by myself all day with nobody here, so to have somebody tell me you can't ride your quad because your dad's not around, it didn't even make sense to me. It honestly didn't even make sense to me. And I just never lived that life. Because one thing about my dad, growing up with my dad always, my mom would even try to like say I couldn't do something, and my dad was always fucking, oh no. If you can work like a man, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You're a man. I don't care if you're 9 years old. I don't care. I even tell this to guys now. They start worrying about what. One day this kid was working with us on a job, and we found some weed. We were working at a fucking dealer, a grow house, and the guy went to give the kid weed, and Matt's like, oh, if your dad says it's all right. I'm like, fuck that. The kid's out here working with his dad. He can do whatever he wants. And I'm like, end of the story. I'm like, nope. The minute that kid's worn a tool belt, he's allowed to make his own choices in life. And I'm a strong believer in that. And I don't like to sugarcoat stuff for children, to be honest. I look at it as a big, hard world out there. It's a big, hardcore world out there. Like my niece. My niece is... my sister won't even take my niece over here anymore because I believe in demons and God, Doesn't want my niece knowing about demons and God. All right, so you got a kid that's 6 going on, getting her driver's license, and you're putting her in a bubble. Doesn't make any sense to me. Then what are you gonna do when she gets 20 and wants to go to college? What are you gonna fucking interview her friends? What are you gonna interview her friends? Some people do that kind of shit, you know. My dad was big on. My dad was not big on. My dad was. It sounds cool now as I'm an adult, but it was actually not very good too. But raised as, because I also never got to be a child either. You know, when I remember my dad. Fucking, he was pretty mean about that. Like, say I like to play with like Matchbox cars and stuff. When I was a kid, I remember him. I don't know, me and my brother were fighting over a toy or something. My dad would tell me, fucking, Eric, you're too old for that. And shit like that. Stuff like that. Just mean, nasty like that. Just a lot of stuff like that. Real lot of stuff like that. You're too old for playing with them fucking toys. Stuff like that. And now I think back and I'm like, that was fucking horrible. I would never do that. You know, let kids be kids. Let kids be kids. Because if anything, that actually made me, once I hit like, that's why once I hit my teenage years, I got so messed up, is because all I wanted to do was have fun. Once I, you know, and it's not like working around here with Dad. It wasn't like torture to me, but because it was like I was also impressing him. You know, I felt like it makes Dad proud. You know, I'm out here helping him. You know, and then he started really getting mad because I stopped for a little while when I hit like 15, 16. I didn't really want to be out here all day, Saturday and Sunday. I wanted to go out with friends, and he used to be a real asshole. Oh, running around with buddies all day. You know, he made me feel guilty because I wanted to go be a kid. You know, he made me feel really. I was made to feel really, really guilty to be a kid. But yeah, I've always had machinery, and ever since. But yeah, that's where I was on this conversation, guys. But yeah, I've always had motorcycles ever since, and I've always done whatever I wanted with my shit. Nobody was ever gonna tell me what to do with it. You know? But yeah. I was thinking, but I stopped riding for a long time just because they're pretty freaking neat. I'm kind of nuts. And I don't know, I worry about, I kind of stopped riding because when I broke my ribs last time, I stopped riding because I realized if I get hurt, I'm fucked, you know? And I kind of stopped riding. I don't know. I put it away for the year and I never rode it again. And it's been sitting there for a year or two, you know. But today I figured I'd like to fire it up. I'm like thinking I'm going to fire it up. And because Jay was, a couple guys I know that ride they've been saying, you know, I forget about this thing, to be honest. And every time they come over, they're like, oh, let me go, you know, they start talking about motorcycles. And it always like kind of lights a fire under me. And I really, like, last night was, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm living in a box. And if somebody could just lift the fucking lid, it's like, I feel like I live in a box, and I hate it. I don't know, I just feel like I live in a box. I'm like so, I don't know. I need to. I don't know. I'm like an adventurous type of person. I'm a thrill seeker, an adventurous person, and life is just too boring, too freaking boring. But I just got off of drugs and stuff, so it's like I'm trying to. Over the years, it's like I lost, like, anything. That's another reason I stopped riding. I just, like, I lost the love for doing anything, to be honest. I just do it. If I do anything, it's just because I'm doing it because it's, like, to make money. Or I'm doing it because I basically feel like I'm living to pass time. And, the last couple weeks, it's like that's like lifted. I don't know, God, like, I don't know, I've been praying for God for 2 years to get rid of that. And it's like, I finally think it's like lifting, where it's like I'm actually like feeling like happy. And I feel like happiness, like, I mean, I'm always happy, but I feel like, I don't know, I don't know, I needed something to set me free. And I don't know if it's maybe I'm forgiving myself. See, I never knew I hated myself so much. Or like, I don't know, like, Jesus teaches you to forgive, 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 forgive. But it's like, I wasted probably 20 years of my life. It's like nonstop. I know. It's like I feel like I wasted my life. Just when I stopped sniffing coke every day, and just years ago I stopped drinking. When I used to drink, I used to like life. I used to like. I'm not gonna lie. I loved myself. I loved myself. I loved life. I loved life. I used to ride these. Sunday, today, Saturday, I would have been out on this thing. Last night, I would have been to the bar. I had tons of friends. I knew people. I used to go to people's houses. I used to talk, and it's like I said, now I live in a fucking box. It's just me, myself, and the voices from the fucking past, and nothing else. It's like, and I've been trying to get out of it, and I just don't even know how. I don't know how, it's like, for the last 2-3 years, it's like I don't want to be like, I don't know, when I hit my 40s, it's like, all of a sudden, it's like, man, like, it's just me. And it's like, I don't know, I've been trying to, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a big world out there, and I just want to, like, see it. And it's just like, I just don't know how. Like. So I was thinking, so getting a little depressing. But I've been thinking, Jay's like, why don't you get that bike going? And I've always been like, nah, like, even if I don't ride this bike, like, I got, like, when I was, like, getting along with Matt when we were friends and them, or, like, even Jay, they got quads and dirt bikes, and I can go ride a quad or a dirt bike anytime I want, and, I just, like I said, I didn't care. I don't care. I'd go over and they'd be like, come on, let's go over a ride. I'm like, nah, I'm going home. And it's like, and stuff that I used to love, like my kayaks, I gave them to Matt. I gave my kayaks away. I'm like, I used to love fishing. I don't go fucking fishing. It's just like, I don't know. I used to like hiking. Last couple weeks I've been going hiking. And it's just not like the same. It's not like, I don't know. It's just like it's starting to come back where I'm starting to enjoy it. But for the longest time, man, it's like the drugs just made me like where I don't know. I just couldn't find enjoyment in it. It's just like, who would want to go fucking walk up a fucking mountain, or who would want to go catch fish and let them go, stuff like that, or who would want to go like. I don't know. It's harder to describe, but it's just like no passion. Even like these tractors. Or like these tractors and stuff. Or like even now, I like rebuilt like this bike. Like I said, it was an old basket case, and at the time I bought it and built it because I wanted to. I enjoyed working on it. I enjoyed doing the work. It's like, it was like fun to me, and it's like now it's like it became like to the point where it's like, I fucking hate everything about everything. It was like that. It's like it's been like that for the last year or two. It's like I just hate everything about everything. It's like I don't find it. I'm getting better, but it's so hard to find enjoyment in anything. I don't know. I just like need something to like enjoy. And it's like just been there and done that. And I'm the kind of guy where I like pressure. I like pressure. I like fear. I like adrenaline. You know, like I've always been a tree climber. And every job I've ever had was like I've always worked in the top. I've always had a job that was in the top 5. I think it was like the top 10 most dangerous jobs you can have. Ever since I was 16 years old, I've always worked in the fucking top dangerous job you can have known to man. I was a logger. I did construction. I was a structural steel. Technically, my profession is a structural steel connector. Structural steel worker. You know, the guys that go bolt the fucking, you know, you see pictures of them, like the old guys that worked on the Empire State Building and stuff like that. Yeah, we actually take guys still bolting buildings together. I did that for 10 years, 15 years about, on and off. I did it on and off. I did that, and I did tree climbing. I was a tree climber, tree worker, and a logger, and a farmer. All on the most dangerous jobs you can have. And I don't know, it's just like, and in the last 2 years, I've been working on fucking painting apartments. Painting apartments. And I don't know, it's just like, it doesn't do it for me. I need a rush. I don't know, I just need like an adventure. And it's not like that I enjoy, like, I don't know. It's not that I enjoy, like, I'm not a freaking adrenaline junkie. Like, because a lot of times I'm in the spot when I'm like, say I'm in a tree or something like that, I'm not up there enjoying it. But it does give you a feeling of like, just like, it does. I don't know, all of a sudden, at the end of the day, you're like, it gives you a fulfilling feeling, you know? Or like working on wind turbines and stuff like that. I'm one of the only guys around this state that worked on wind turbines. You know, I've actually worked on wind turbines. I've climbed almost every single. I've been up on the top of almost every wind turbine in this state. You know, or roller coasters. I've stood on the top of roller coasters. I've on top of skyscrapers, walked beams hundreds of feet in the air. You know, and climbed fucking trees, took down trees with cranes and. You know, it's like all of a sudden I'm out here and I'm fucking watching Lifetime movies all fucking day long. It's like, and it's just, I don't know. There's like a freaking, I don't know. It's like I just can't stand it, and it's like I need to find that like. I don't know. I need to find that. Like, I need to like. I don't know. I need to move. I need to change. I need to find happiness. I just ain't feeling it. And so I'm thinking riding motorcycle. I'm thinking I'm gonna get back on motorcycles. I don't know, something. I keep hearing them ride. I don't know. I go to grab a fucking sandwich, and I see a guy on a Harley or a motorcycle. I actually like crotch rockets, to be honest. I'd rather drive because I like fast fucking shit. I like fast. I like speed and I like power. I don't know. Harleys ain't really my thing. I like the Harleys because it's more of a. This bike right here, I got more of a. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a poser where I don't try to fit in or anything. But this Harley right here, I was trying to fit in. I was jumping on the fucking guy riding a Harley. I was, you know, and that's not me. But I've always loved Harleys. My when I was younger, maybe early 20s, teens. Late teens, early 20s, I had a Harley. And people used to make fun of me for having a Harley. Because I was an iron worker. And when I was an iron worker, I used to work with the bikers. I used to work with, like, the fucking bikers. And they all rode. And, like, the bikers have to have a fucking American-made motorcycle. Either Harley or Indian or something like that. And I used to ride Ducatis and crotch rockets. And I wanted to be, like, a part of them guys. So I did buy a Harley. I also had a Ducati at the time. I had my crotch rockets at the time. But I wanted to fit in with them guys too. And they told me if I was going to ride with them, I needed a Harley. So I did have a Harley. And then, but when you're a teen and that, Harleys weren't cool. Harleys weren't cool like they are now. It was like, that was like an old man's bike back then. And, you know, I'd pull up at a party or something on my Harley, and people be like, "Why are you buying a Harley?" You know, like literally. Now I see that same person. I've had that. I've had a few guys pick on me over the when I was back then. You know, kind of like talk shit because I was riding a Harley, and shit. 15 years later, I see them and I see them and they got a. I noticed they're you know run into a guy here and there. And I look at him. He's got a fucking Harley Davidson fucking sticker on him or a fucking Harley Davidson logo on him or something like that. And I'm like, huh. Or he's talking about, or they all, like I said, I was always riding. So people always remember me for riding motorcycles. And they start talking about Harleys. I mean, I'm like, aren't you the guy that used to fucking talk shit because I was on a Harley? You know? And it's kind of funny. But, so I did buy Harleys to fit into that thing, you know? Playing with the Joneses, but I love them. They're beautiful. You know, they're more like a work of art. You know what I mean? As a mechanic, they're a fucking piece of shit. They're a piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's a fucking lawnmower on two wheels versus like I've had Hondas that are they look just like a fucking. I have had a Honda that looked just like a Fat Boy. If you weren't into bikes, you would never know. It was all customized and shit. I had more women and guys, people that didn't know bikes would walk up and be like, that bike is sick, you know what I mean? And then I'd have the posers walk up like, oh, what's that, a Yamaha Davidson kind of shit? Like, and it's like, this bike will eat your fucking Harley up. And that bike actually got stolen from me by a landlord I had. Fucking piece of shit. I love that bike though. But yeah, my Hondas. If you're gonna go for performance, Harleys are not performance. It's like a John Deere of the fucking motorcycle. It's like the Ford truck of the motorcycle. It's just not that great. You know, it's air cooled. You know, it's freaking gutless, and they look cool. They're all torque. You know. They look good pulling up to the bar, and you can carry a 200-pound fat bitch. That's what I always said, you know. But there ain't nothing like that sound. See, I can hear one going by right now. Yeah, so it's like a love-hate relationship. I'd love to have a nice crotch rocker. If I'm gonna ride, I really like it. I like something that really performs. If I'm gonna be honest, you know. I like performance. I like power. I like fucking, you know. I'd rather have a fucking Gixxer or a Monster, you know. I like the Ducatis. I'm a Ducati kind of guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Harley guy. I like working on Harleys. That's what it is. I'm into working on Harleys. I like rebuilding them, and I like them that way. I don't know. Well, that's another thing about Harleys is these now you see like doctors and lawyers riding them and stuff, you know. And back when I bought my Sportster, back when I was like, I don't know, 19 years, I think I was 18 years old. And the guys I used to ride with guys from like, I think they were Diablos or something like that. Diablos, I knew some Hells Angels, knew some bunch of different guys, you know, and ironworkers. A lot of ironworkers were bikers, you know. 90% of ironworkers had bikes, you know. And they were older guys, so they rode Harleys, you know. But they always used to say a Harley is like a symbol. It lets the world know that you know how to fucking fix things. And I've always liked that motto behind a Harley. A Harley was to let the world know that you knew how to fucking do things. You're a man because you know how to fix things. And, you know, and it always took a real man to ride a Harley. Now you just fucking bring it to, now these guys just bring them to the shop and fucking, they're fucking wearing a fucking striped suit on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then they're hell on wheels on fucking Saturday. You know, I always thought it was kind of funny to me. Oh, you see a guy wearing fucking chaps and this and that. You know that guy's got fucking soft hands. I always thought that was good. To me, it was all Harley's always Harleys were meant for guys that know how to fix things. And that was just how I rolled. That's why I've always had. That's why even if I ain't riding, I still always have to have a Harley because I always looked at it as if you're a man, you need a Harley, whether you're a piece of shit or not. But yeah, I'm gonna try to bring that. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna ride it this year because I don't think she's gonna make it. I gotta get her inside, and I think I'm gonna bring her in the house and fucking make it fast over the winter. Fuck it. I'm gonna work. But earlier I was trying to push it. Since I've been trying to quit smoking, I haven't been doing too well. I'm not gonna say I've been doing good at it, but I've been trying to not smoke. And man, all of a sudden I can't breathe. It's fucking weird, man. Like, never had asthma, and never had trouble breathing. All of a sudden I'm trying to quit smoking, and now I can't even frickin' breathe. Good time to quit smoking, I guess. Cause oh man, I couldn't even go jogging if I wanted to. You know, one day I tried running a couple weeks ago, and it was like, I mean, I'm talking like I used to be able to run really good, you know, like not like fast, but just, you know, I used to be able to endurance, you know. And I remember when I stopped, I could not breathe. I thought I was gonna die. I was literally laying down, crossing my hands and praying to God, like, God, don't let me die, like Jesus help me. It was like that. I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't catch my breath. It was scary. It was scary. It was just like I couldn't. I was like I was breathing out, but air wasn't coming back in. It was like I can't even describe it. It was a fucking horrible feeling. I remember like I used to get it when I was a kid. You know, we'd say you go for a run. You know, when you're running or something. But it was like that, but I could not breathe. And but yeah, so I've been really trying to quit the butts, man. I've never had them affect my health. I started quitting because I was just trying to I wanted to quit the butts just because it's not godly. You know, it's a disgusting, nasty fucking habit, and it's a disgusting, nasty habit. And my teeth, I don't like it. I don't like my teeth being all yellow. I don't know, it's my teeth basically that started it. But now I'm learning that I also can't breathe, and that sucks. Fucking learning that not being able to breathe is it was weird. It was bad. I couldn't catch my breath, and earlier it happened to me too when I was trying to push that bike is heavy, and I was trying to push it up here and made it to where that tractor was, and all of a sudden I started man, I can't breathe. And so yeah, these smokes gotta go. I don't know what they got. I don't know. I'm gonna have to I don't know. I can't, you know, I'm only getting older. I gotta start taking care of myself better. These smokes gotta go. I wanna quit too. I've been doing it for so long. It's like, it's what I do. It's like, that's the worst part. Smoking is just such an addiction. It's like I feel like I got a monkey on my back that just won't get the fuck off, and no matter, and it's almost like the more I try not to smoke, the more it's like I just can't stop thinking about cigarettes, and I'm like, it's like just all what I always have. It's like I've always had cigarettes in my hand. And it's like, I don't know, but I really need to quit. I really need to quit. Yeah, if it's affecting anything that's affecting my health, it's gotta go. Anyhow, thanks for listening. If you listen, if you don't, I love you. Peace.